it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So I have a really good movie recommendation for you. Now this movie came out in 2022. There was a lot of controversy with the director and the cast, but the movie was surprisingly very, very good. The movie is called Don't Worry, Darling. It was directed by Olivia Wilde. It stars Florence Pugh and Harry Styles from One Direction. He actually is a very good actor. Now this movie, you guys, was really, really interesting. I am a little confused about the ending, but overall it held my interest. Now it's about a woman in the 1950s, a housewife. Every single day her husband leaves for work at this weird top secret facility, and strange things start to happen and unravel in her world. They live in this really weird community where they're not allowed to leave the perimeter of the community, and everything starts to be kind of fake and surreal, and she starts to suspect that they're being brainwashed by the owner of the company and that things are not as they appear. So this movie was really, really good. It is available on Netflix and on Amazon. So if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend this movie. And let me know, were you confused at the ending of the movie? I have questions, but it's really, really good. But you guys, we have a lot of juicy royalty to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So has the royal family snubbed Meghan Markle on her birthday? Well, in my opinion, they most certainly did. As they say, silence is golden. Well, the silence was deafening over there on social media, with a very important underlined message that they were sending out to the world in regards to Meghan Markle's birthday. It was called, "You're dead to us, sis. Don't let the door hit ya where the good Lord split ya. You're not important or relevant, and we're literally not acknowledging you ever, and especially on this day." Now, many people are saying, well, you know, the palace has commented and they're only sending birthday salutations for the current working royals. Well, that sounds wonderful and logical. However, it's very contradictory considering the fact that for the past 2 years of Megxit, they have wished Meghan Markle a happy birthday, but they didn't do it this year. So why? Why did they snub Meghan Markle this year in regards to the last 2 years? Well, a lot has happened in the past year. First of all, this is the very first birthday for Meghan Markle since Her Majesty the Queen passed away. It is also the first birthday since the release of Prince Harry's book Spare, and also the couple's Netflix documentary, or should I say mockumentary, that came out where Meghan Markle and Prince Harry pretty much trashed and disrespected the entire royal family. Let's just say there's no love lost between the royal family and Meghan Markle. So silence was deafening. It was a huge message and a huge FU in my opinion. Now, of course, the palace is standing behind, we're just honoring the working royals, but again, they're contradicting what they did last year. So what does that mean? In my opinion, it definitely shows the current state of their relationship between Meghan Markle and the royals. They are done with her. Now, Harry is still family. He is still blood. That door might be slightly ajar, it might be slightly cracked, but in my opinion, they are done with the Wicked Witch of the West, with Meghan of Montecito. They have written that woman off because they probably do not see her as family, and they probably realize that she has an expiration date, and girl, you stank. You stank. Boy, they can't wait for this biatch to expire and for Harry to take her out with the garbage. That is my opinion. Now, it will be very interesting to see if Prince Harry will also get the same silent treatment. His birthday is coming up in September. So what do you guys think? Do you think the royal family purposely shunned Meghan Markle, or are they simply following royal protocol? So Meghan Markle celebrated her 42nd, excuse me, her 42nd birthday on Friday with a couple of low-key celebrations, but in my opinion, it was a very sad attempt to prove to the world that Harry and Meghan are just fine, folks. Nothing to see here, folks. We're happy. See, we're appearing together at a restaurant. But in my opinion, it was a very sad, low-key, and friendless celebration. Now, according to People magazine and Page 6, Meghan Markle celebrated her birthday all week by seeing the movie Barbie with Portia de Rossi and a few friends in a Santa Barbara theater earlier in the week. Although there were no photographs, she also reportedly met a group of friends on Monday night at San Ysidro Ranch Hotel, I guess, to celebrate. But the biggest celebration that we saw was on Wednesday night when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, joined by a friend, attended the Italian restaurant Tre Lune. Now, this was a very odd pairing. They looked like the three amigos. The gentleman who attended with them was the husband of one of Meghan Markle's friends, but the friend was not in attendance, nor were Serena Williams, Ellen DeGeneres, Portia de Rossi, Oprah, Tyler Perry. No A-listers were there at this celebration, literally some random husband of a friend. So Meghan Markle exited the restaurant looking like the cat burglar and a rictus smile on her face like the cat who swallowed the canary. Now, interestingly enough, the photographs were taken by a company called Lightworkers and not Backgrid. Is the honeymoon over between Backgrid and the Harkles? Well, I think it definitely is strained, considering the fact they had a huge fallout after that New York City car chase debacle. So now it appears that Lightworkers is on the payroll. So Meghan Markle came out, like I said, dressed like the cat burglar in her huge rictus grin, trying really, really hard not to look at the paparazzo cameras. She was trying to act natural in the moment, like she's just so happy with her husband and her one random friend. Again, it was a very friendless birthday celebration. Now, the interesting thing I did notice was the body language between Prince Harry, better known as Handbag Harry. He literally acted like he was part of her entourage, walking several paces behind Meghan Markle like he was there to hold her handbag. If you wouldn't have known who Harry and Meghan were, you would have not known that was her husband. She literally came out like the star diva of the show, front and center, making sure they got her good side in the photographs, make sure they merged the dress and the shoes and the handbag so Meghan's mirror could have it online to be merged right away. And Harry was standing in the background. He looked awkward. He looked tense. In my opinion, this was a definite try of a public show of unity. We're not getting divorced, y'all. See, we're happy. We're having dinner together. Can't you see how happy we are? Nothing to see here, folks. It's good. In my opinion, they look like a bunch of friends having dinner. Like Harry and Meghan are work associates. You can see the tension in Harry's face. He didn't look happy. He had a grimace on his face. He was playing the part of the dutiful husband walking behind Meghan Markle. But again, there was no PDA. The lobster claw has been retired, and she did not appear to be wearing her wedding ring. Now, if you remember in the PR video that was just dropped, there was that hidden underlying tension where the two of them literally did not look at each other nor interact. It was so bad that people are convinced it was AI generated, that they were spliced together. It's weird. She is definitely not putting on that PDA show for anybody. I think Meghan Markle has completely changed her mind about her feelings on Prince Harry. It is just a business marriage, a business relationship. They were putting on a show of unity to say, we're fine, folks, we're fine, but I don't think they're fine. So I noticed in both the restaurant appearance and in the PR video, it does not appear that Meghan Markle is wearing her wedding ring. Did she flush that thing down the toilet? Did she throw it out a car window when they had an argument? If you've noticed since May, since the car night, she has not been seen with her wedding ring. It has been, what, 4 months? Don't you think it's strange how she's constantly wearing all of those bracelets and Princess Diana's gold tank watch, which is permanently melded to her wrist? Harry, you're never getting that watch back, son. That is permanently on Meghan's wrist. And then she was wearing these little gold rings, but her wedding rings are mysteriously absent. That's very suspicious, right? So for the past 4 months, I have not seen Meghan Markle wearing her wedding ring. Again, maybe she flushed it down one of her 16 bathroom toilets when they were having an argument. But I find it very odd how she's just not wearing it, and the love bombing is gone. Meghan Markle is no longer doing her narcissistic Charles Manson stare, love bombing, or the claw. She's literally walking in front of him. He's walking behind her. And it does appear he put her in a car and that he went in a separate car. Why do they not go in the same car? Is it because Harry's going to a hotel, a separate destination from Meghan Markle? And none of her A-lister friends were there. It was just that random guy. So in my opinion, this was a desperate attempt by Meghan and Harry to put out the rumors that their marriage is in trouble, because we all know it is. The body language alone, not wearing the wedding ring, anyone could see there's a problem here. They are definitely hanging on by a thread. But in my opinion, they're going to stay together because they both have a very mutual invested interest in proving to the world they're not failures. We are not a failure to launch. We didn't make a mistake by leaving the royal family, because we all know they did. But Harry can't go back with his tail between his legs, with egg on his face, to his big bro William, with him saying, okay, you were right. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have married her. It was a mistake. Prince Harry wants to prove to the world he's not just a spare. He is not in his brother's shadow. He is still competing with his brother. He's trying to be William 2.0 with all of these new charity ventures. In my opinion, he is trying to outshine William. If you've noticed, he's doing all these charity things now, very similar to what William does. And we all know that Meghan Markle, the failed C-level actress, has a chip on her shoulder. She wants to prove to Hollywood, y'all messed up. You didn't cast me. Well, look at me. I'm a duchess. Don't you wish you would have cast me when you could have? If you remember how she stuck it to Andy Cohen when he appeared on her podcast, how he didn't remember meeting her 3 separate times, and how she couldn't get booked on Watch What Happens Live. You could tell she was doing a very passive, aggressive thing with him, letting him know, yeah, you made a mistake. You didn't get me on your show when you could have. So in my opinion, Meghan Markle has not made herself into the global icon that she wants to be. So she needs to keep up the facade of a happy marriage with Prince Harry, even though it's very obvious it's not. And Prince Harry needs to keep up the facade that he didn't make a mistake by marrying the showgirl. He doesn't want to have egg on his face and his brother to be like, told you, bro. Prince Harry also wants to be seen as a success and not just a spare. So the two of them, who are both narcissistic, have a very strong need to prove to the world that they're worth something, that they're relevant without the royal family, which quite frankly isn't working out for them. So they are staying together, in my opinion, for that very vested interest. Oh, and oh yeah, they have kids. They're just an afterthought. Those 2 little kids. Yeah, we might want to stick around, for the facade of a happy family. But in my opinion, it is for saving face. It is for their careers. They both have a mutual interest in keeping up this facade, this appearance. So in my opinion, I give this marriage another 2 to 3 years. Like I said, the 7-year itch is another 2 years. Can you imagine 2 more years of these two? Ugh. But I really do think in another 2 years, it's going to be done. Meghan Markle is going to finally dump Harry, and she's going to write that tell-all book, because y'all remember she doesn't have an NDA and she has a lot to say. So let's just hope King Charles muzzles her with an NDA before he gives her $1, because she is going to be a complete nightmare. But what do you guys think of Meghan Markle's friendless and pathetic birthday celebrations? Do you believe this was just another PR stunt to prove to the world we're just a happy couple and there's nothing to see here? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.